Hey guys, Brendan Reeves here. I'm at the Netier National Capital Rally of Canberra, as you can see by the beautiful forest and landscape. This is the Hyundai i20 R5 rally car that I'm going to be piloting this weekend. I'm going to do a bit of a tech talk and show you guys around the car. Come check it out. As you can see, the i20 R5 is based on the last generation i20. The front here has got a massive intake for all the cool air we need to go through the intercooler and the radiator. It's really big and wide. The car's much wider than standard as well. This is all lightweight composites that's easy to change in a service and lightweight for our 1230 kilogram minimum weight that we're allowed. Around here we've got cooling for the engine. The heat can come out through here as we're barreling along through the forest. And this is all about the aerodynamics. Air can go in through here and cool the brakes. That's awesome to have that ducting because we're on and off the brakes all the time with our left foot brake. Here you can see we're only run a 15-inch rally tyre, so it's quite small, but that's the minimum that we're allowed, or the maximum we're allowed for rallying. All around the world, they only run 15-inch rally tyres. And this is the flare that's made out of composites as well. It makes the track much wider, and that's to the legal width too. You come down lower, we've got the 15-inch gravel rally tyre and then massive EXT suspension in here. When I drove the car the other day, that's the thing that blows your mind the most, the amount of travel you have. It's nearly 300 millimetres. You're braking hard, you get the weight onto the front. Then when you get on the throttle, the transfer of the weights to the rear, with this car being four-wheel drive, it's all about getting that traction. Come down through the car, we've got mud flaps, stop the damage getting on the car, different mirrors as well. It's an awesome roof vent which allows the driver and co-driver to stay cool during competition. Lexan windows as well, all about being lightweight. And there's a slider in there that we can open them up. It's a 5-door, so we've got the back door where you can access to get your tyre or your drinks that we have in the back. And then we've got some protection here where we've got the Let's Play at getting the rocks away from the rear wheels as well. We come through more about the aero package with the rear flares. Same EXT shock on the back with plenty of travel. And as we get up the back of the car here, we've got this massive wing, all about the downforce on the rear end when we get a heap of high speed going down the forest. That's the outside of the car. Come down the front here, I'll lift the bonnet, show you guys what we've got under here. So like the i20N, this car's got a 1.6 litre turbocharged engine built by Hyundai Motorsport in Germany. Over here there's a cool air intake, it's all carbon fibre, forces the air down into the turbocharger, and with the regulations we need a 32mm restrictor. That limits us to about 300 horsepower, which is still a lot of power powering the four-wheel drive system. Underneath that we have a 5-speed sequential gearbox, and if we go inside the car I'll talk to you more about that. Now we're inside the car. First thing you see is this awesome safety roll cage which is wrapped all around us. It's important to be safe in these rally cars because we drive them so fast, and that's also making the car more rigid for the handling as well. We've got this crazy steering wheel extension which gets our weight further back, and I've got really cool gauges and dials on my dash here. We can have a really aggressive anti-lag setting and an aggressive boost setting right back to the minimum. I've got a small, about 4-inch display in front of me, and also down the bottom here we've got one for the co-driver to check oil pressures and things as we're racing along. It's also got a fuel gauge in it and an odometer trip as well, so we know when we're getting to the end of the stage. These sticks here behind me, or beside me, that's the gear stick. So 5 gears pulling back, that's the sequential setup we talked about. 5 gears down going forward, and then this here is the lockout that we push to go to neutral and also reverse. This stick here is the hydraulic handbrake. You can see it's also got a lockout down here. So when we're coming along, you'll see down the gears to a hairpin turn, I can pull that, it unlocks the diff, allows me to go through the corner sideways and get back on the throttle. And then this center display here is the center control panel. So this controls everything in the car with the fuses, engine start and stop, the light pods, the hazard lights, fans, fuel pumps, everything like that we need. Then in the back we have our spare wheel, our fuel tank, and some more roll cage, which is really cool as well. Other safety items having inside the car, we have this awesome 5-point harness, so it clips in here. And then the other point of that is these safety seats. So Kate, my co-driver, and I both have carbon seats, and they wrap around here. We have a head restraint under our helmets, and that's all about limiting the side impact, or even when you're railing and don't crash, it's good to keep your head nice and straight, because sometimes it's quite bumpy and lots of jumps in those stages. Down the bottom here I've got a pedal box, which limits the travel of the brakes, but also you have a lot of feel, and that's important, especially in the long stages. You keep that nice feel in your brakes, because I'm genuinely left foot braking and flat changing with the gearbox. That's enough about that. Let's fire it up and we'll go play.